Hello, my name is Fizzing Bob and welcome to my channel. In today's video is all about the honey and how to farm it automatically. With the introduction of bees in Minecraft Java 1.15, it has been possible to obtain bottles of honey, honey blocks and honeycombs from farming a bee's nest or hive. It is possible to use redstone to automate this process and collect chests full of honey and honeycombs to meet your honey addiction. So bear with us as I walk you through the tutorial on how to build an automated honey farm. Okay, so let's get on with making this farm. The most simplest way to recover dropped items off the floor is with a hopper minecart system. We will need to lay down 3 rails like so. 4th rail will be powered, so dig down 2 blocks and place a redstone torch. On top of that torch, place a block followed by a powered rail. Okay, place another 3 rails down so that in total we have used 7 rails, with 1 being a powered rail. We will now need to do this for another 5 times. What we should end up should look something like this. We need a place to recover the items from the hopper minecart into a chest. This is done by having a hopper under the rail going into a chest. Be careful not to place the hopper too close to the powered rail or the hopper will be locked. We are going to use 2 hoppers here so that the chest can be accessed from outside. To place the rail over the hopper, press shift and then right click the rail over the hopper. Let's get rid of these items and grab a hopper minecart. Now place the hopper minecart on a rail section and nudge it. The cart should slowly move until it hits a powered rail and it speeds up. The cart will now run forever until something gets in its path. Now let's move on to building the structure. I am going to use oak wood for this because I am in an oak wood kind of mood. So I am laying it down around the perimeter of the track. For now I am going to leave the front side open. Right, we need to place down the hives above the campfire. This will make the bees passive and will not go into an attack mode when a dispenser is activated. At the bottom part of the build, remove the rails just before the bend and place a block down, 1 block in from the side on both sides of the perimeter. Now place a campfire on top of each of the placed blocks. We can now remove the block and put back the rails. On top of each campfire, place a fence post. To make access easy to these fence posts, so we can actually place down the beehive, we need to place down the dirt blocks in which we will place the flowers that the bees will collect pollen from. You will only need to fill the insides of the perimeter from the fence post to the top of the build. Now we can place the hives on top of the fence posts. To cover up the campfire smoke, use a trapdoor in front of the hive. Now I'm just going to fill in the walls with oak planks. It's up to you how you want to do this, but remember this is just a one-off build that doesn't have to fit into a base style. The dirt blocks will need to be turned into grass blocks. To do this, you will need to place a dirt block next to one or above a grass block. Grass will grow sideways or up steps. Now we need to wait for the grass to grow. Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I hoped. Okay, let's move on to the rest of the build while we are waiting. Let's go round the back. This is going to take up a bit of redstone to make this work, so we need to build a platform onto which we will place the circuits. Place blocks down in line with the fence post. Now place blocks behind the beehive. This will stop the items from falling behind and not being picked up by the item collection system. Now extend the platform by one block and grab the comparator. Place the comparator down facing away from the hive like so. Now going away from the comparator, place 3 blocks onto which we will place the redstone dust. Now do the same for the other side. To reach the dispenser, we need to raise the redstone dust up a level by 1. So place 1 block beside the comparator and then 2 blocks coming off of the first block like so. To place the dispenser, we need it facing down. Use disposable blocks to overhang the hive, leaving a 1 block gap above the hive like so. Take the dispenser and looking up at the overhang block, click the bottom of the block. This will place the dispenser with its mouth open on top of the hive. Now remove the disposable blocks. We now need to extend the redstone dust track to the dispenser. Place another block on the side of the dispenser. This block will power the dispenser when there is a strong enough signal supplied to it. It now should look something like this. Now we need to take a repeater and place it onto the block. Use the redstone dust to link the repeater to the comparator. You can see the redstone dust is joined in 2 places to the upper line. We only want to join it in 1 place. To break the unwanted join, place a block above the comparator and then a second one behind that block. That's better. And that's it. We have completed all the redstone stuff. We need to place hoppers on top of the dispenser and then a chest on top of that hopper. This will allow glass bottles or shears to feed into the dispenser. Now build up the side walls with oak wood planks again. The dispenser with glass bottles will need to be kept full. When the dispenser is active, a bottle will be fired into the hive to fill up with honey. If there is an empty slot within the dispenser, the bottle is then sucked up back into the dispenser, into the empty position. Now we don't want this at all, so if the dispenser is kept full at all times, then this bottle has no room to be sucked back up into the dispenser, and then the bottle falls onto the floor and is collected by the item collection system. Okay, let's see how the grass is doing. Oh, not so good. Let's help it along by placing some more dirt blocks on the ground. And let's leave it now then, come back to it. For this farm to work, the bees must not be allowed to escape. So what I'm going to do is use glass blocks around the perimeter and then oak slabs for the roof. Right, so with that all done, the grass is still not completed. Okay. While we wait, I'm going to finish off decorating the rest of this build. If you are planning to enter the area where the bees are working, I would advise building an airlock. That way, if a bee follows you out, it will not be able to escape because it'll have a second set of closed doors in front and you'll be able to lead the bee back into the working area. But always remember that when entering this airlock, to always close the doors behind you before opening the next set of doors. So to obtain bees for the hive, you will need to go and find a bee's nest in the wild. Once you have found one, there should be bees within the area, so hang around until you see one. Each nest or hive will only hold up to 3 bees, and we can breed bees by feeding them flowers. By breeding them, it is possible then to increase the population over 3, making one bee homeless. Now, if we place down a beehive, the homeless bee will move into the hive. If we repeat this until the hive contains 3 bees, it is then possible to move that hive into the farm. But make sure that a campfire is underneath the hive and that all bees are in the hive or nest before removing the hive. They seem to tend to get upset when you hit their homes. Now that the dirt blocks have turned into grass blocks, we can place the flowers down on the ground. I have tried to use a mix of different flowers, but a single type of small flower will do the job just as well. So the bees are now making honey and we're almost done. We need to fill up the chests on top of the dispensers. It doesn't matter which side is which, but fill one chest full of glass bottles and the other with shears. So the way in which the farm works is that the hive gives off a signal as honey is made. When the hive is full of honey and is at the point where the player can collect the honey, the signal strength is at level 5. So by using a comparator and a line of 5 redstone dust going into a dispenser, it is possible to trigger the dispenser only when the hive is full, and hence collecting either the honeycomb or honey bottle. Okay, so now we know how this system works. Let's go and have a look at what the output is like. So off we go down into the chest and see what the item collection system has produced. And there we go. I mean, this has been running for a little while now and it's already collected this much. I think that's quite a successful little system there, and hopefully will meet the needs and your honey addiction. Well, that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching it, and I hope you're able to use this design within your base as well. If you like this video, please press that like button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I enjoy reading your feedback as it helps me to move forward and adjust my content accordingly. And also, if you want to help out the channel, please subscribe if you haven't already, and press that bell so you will be notified every time I release a new video. So from me, Fizzing Bob, take care and goodbye.